Yeah.
Welcome to the Rhinebeck Scoop. I'm your host, Jennifer C., and I'm dishing out social commentary about our beloved town. If you like this show, please give it 5 stars on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen, and also tell a friend. Rhinebeck, this is your show, so please give me topics you would like to discuss. DM me, email me, or leave me a voicemail. And if you'd like to be anonymous, I understand. It's a small town. I won't say your name unless you specify. Today, we have a very special guest who has been a contributor to the New York Times, Bon Appetit, the Wall Street Journal, and Playboy. In 2008, he was co-founder and editor of the award-winning quarterly regional magazine, Edible Hudson Valley, which he ran for nearly a decade. But you probably know him best as the executive editor of the Hudson Valley Pilot, where they refer to him, I hear, as El Duce. Welcome, Eric Steinman.
Thank you for having me.
Did you understand the El Duce reference?
I'm just hoping that it's not my demeanor. It's because I'm bald.
I called you Mussolini.
Yeah. Great.
I'm just kidding. Eric is a very nice guy. We're very excited to talk to him. At Playboy, I want to ask you a question. Did
Sure.
you know an editor named Amy Lloyd Grace?
No.
Okay.
That name doesn't ring a bell. I dealt with 2 editors. One was a longtime friend, and the other, whose name is eluding me at this moment. I'm almost predicting your next question is like, did I get into the Hugh Hefner mansion or anything?
Did you
like
get
that?
the perks?
I didn't get any of the perks.
Oh,
it was
sucks.
all remote. It was very unsexy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, I don't really have stories to regale you, other than I did one piece about eating cow hearts.
Oh, that's interesting.
Beef hearts, I should say.
For Playboy?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
It was a Valentine's Day piece, and it was about different chefs and the way that they prepare beef heart.
Okay, so we are going to talk a little bit about your food background because I'm so intrigued by food, and I don't cook at all, but I'm intrigued by people who do. So tell us a little bit about running Edible Hudson Valley, because I wasn't here at the time, so I want to hear about it a little bit.
Yeah. Just to be clear, my background in food is just simply like love of food.
Hold on, wait. You don't cook?
No. I cook, but
Okay.
I'm not a trained chef. I mean, I've taken some cooking classes here and there, and I've had people show me techniques. But
Do you like to cook? Oh, I love the honesty.
well, it's a tricky question. The simple answer is yes. The rest of it is that, and I'm going to be really careful about this because I don't want to sound blamey, but I am pretty much the only cook in my family. So it becomes a bit of a chore.
And how many people are you cooking for?
I'm only cooking for 2 other people.
Okay, so that's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. And sometimes
God, you're such a whiner.
I know. God, can we cut this out? Can I start coughing now? Well, you don't cook, so you're looking at me doe-eyed. You have no idea what I'm talking about. If it's your job to cook every meal and plan every meal, there's a certain level of exhaustion.
That's why I don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't have kids.
Yeah.
Exactly. I escaped from all of it. All right. So let's talk about Edible Hudson Valley.
Sure.
Tell me about it a little bit.
Like I said, I'm not a trained chef. I always had a great interest in cooking. And I think a lot of my interest in food and cooking came from travel and just being exposed to different kinds of ingredients and different kinds of dishes. And it kind of opened my mind in a way. Long story short, I got an opportunity probably in the early 2000s to start writing food pieces. It's a long story, but I got really interested in writing about food and profiling chefs. No, I did not write restaurant reviews, and no, I never wanted to because I think it's kind of an awful thing to do. But I got really interested in writing about food, and I moved here and got the opportunity to start Edible Hudson Valley. The publisher of Edible Jersey reached out to me at the time and said that she wanted to start an Edible Hudson Valley late 2008, and we sort of did the handshake deal and started publishing. And it was a quarterly, and we ran it until, I would say, early 2017.
Did you find it fun?
Yeah, it was great. I had just moved to the area in late 2005, and we weren't that sure how long we were going to stay here, my wife and I, and we had a child. It was honestly something that really cemented me to the community because it got me out there talking to people. And understanding and appreciating both the history and what was currently going on here at the time. I mean, in comparison to where we are today with like the Epicurean, where we sit today, and, you know, the sort of plethora of places to get different kinds of food, it wasn't quite as developed, but there was both a development of, I don't want to say like, you know, a sort of mounting sophistication, but there was that. And as well as there was like a real movement to preserve local farms and to get younger farmers farming.
That's really cool. So awesome. So we're going to hear a little bit about the Hudson Valley Pilot a little bit later, but right now we got to move on to Boujee Banter. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you agreed to a game of Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do it. And do you know how this works?
I do, but I have some questions about it because because it presumes the idea that if you marry someone, you're not going to fuck them.
Oh, you can fuck them too.
Okay.
It's fine. You can do whatever you want. You can finger bang them. You can do whatever you want.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything you want. So yeah, marry them.
Do I have to specify that? I mean, I am married, so this is awkward. But
I've never had it ask me the rules. Okay, here's the deal, guys. Eric is very happily married. He's very much a family man. This is just a game for fun times.
Just pretend.
Yeah, this is just pretend. So I just want everyone to know that. Okay, so you ready for Marry, Fuck, Kill?
Sure.
You know how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here are your choices. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
Madonna, Vice President Kamala Harris, or producer of Radio Free Rhinecliff, Jennifer Hammoud.
I would definitely kill her. She's just looking at me in a way that I can't even make eye contact with her. Sorry. Just, you might want an escort to your car after this. Yeah. I think I would, that's not a great choice. I guess I would marry Kamala Harris.
Why?
I think she would be an interesting conversationalist.
Good in bed?
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know much about her. Matty, you're a news junkie. Good in bed?
We don't know that about her.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just impossible to determine by...
Her husband looks happy.
He looks very happy. And she married a Jew, so, you know, whatever.
Okay,
maybe.
Okay.
And I guess Madonna by default.
So you would fuck Madonna?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so just to be clear, you're asking me marry, fuck, kill about someone in the room.
Yeah.
So I just went for like the worst possible thing, because to say that I'm going to kill Jen is less awkward than to say I'm going to fuck Jen.
Okay,
right?
I get that.
Right?
I get that.
Thanks.
I get
because
that.
then we're going to have to live that down and maybe talk about it. And
it's going to come up in weird conversation.
Yeah,
okay,
if she
I
thinks
understand.
I just want to kill her, then she'll just avoid me and it's fine.
So would you be up for Madonna and all her like orgies and threesomes, just all the wild sex? Would you be up for that?
I think she would be an intolerable person to be around for any
you
length
think?
of time.
So, all right, we have some solid choices.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Matty on this.
Oh.
Matty, your choices are Madonna, Vice President Kamala Harris, or producer of Radio Free Rhinecliff, Jennifer Hammoud.
Oh, well.
Sorry,
I'm going to have to stick to Eric's point that, well, I'll have to kill Jen. The reasons he's laid out, I think, are very sound politically.
Good. Thank you, Matty.
The two guys in the room are scared shitless. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and tell you what I would choose. First of all, I'd kill Jen.
Why is that?
I would tell you why I kill Jen. Only because, Jen, I love you. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful, people, but you're not my body type of woman who I'd want to fuck or marry, because we have two similar body types. Do you know what I mean? We're both really thin and tiny, and I'm more into the Marilyn Monroe body type. If I was going to fuck a woman, that's what I would go for. Oh, this one's interesting.
How did you pick these?
I don't know. They just came to my mind.
Okay.
So,
this was not like an AI generator.
No,
okay.
It just came to my mind. So, yes. Good question, though. I think I would marry Kamala Harris for the money and the power. So I think the prestige, the whole thing, I would marry Kamala Harris. And then I would fuck Madonna because I think it would be so fun. Every night would be orgies and it would be threesomes.
Oh, this is a more than once thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Do you want to change your answer?
No. No, I'm sticking with my answer. I do want to point out that I obviously have more depth because I said I would marry Kamala Harris because I feel like the dinner table conversation would be better.
Yeah.
And you're like for the money and the fame.
Yeah, for the money and the fame. I mean, we did Marry Fuck Kill with Matty, and what did I say? I'd marry Chelsea Clinton for the money and the fame.
Yeah,
and she's connected to a dynasty.
True.
So I think logically, listen, I come from a social worker and a third grade teacher. There's not a lot I'm inheriting here, okay?
You're
so
making up
I'm
for
really
lost
going,
time.
yeah, exactly. So I'm really going for it. Maddie, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say the only thing that's unanimous is that we killed Jen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jen.
Can we put a call out to village police just to escort her to her car after this?
3 potential murderers.
I didn't think
person.
I knew I was going to kill Jen, but I didn't think everyone was. Wow. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we are moving on to white people problems. And if you guys remember a few episodes ago, I asked Matty and Jen what their pet peeves were, and we all discussed that. But today I want to discuss, what do you think others find annoying about you? So let's go to, should we go to Matty or Jen first?
Multiple people in my life have told me that my text communications are cryptic and annoying. I either start in the middle, I assume you already know what I'm talking about, you get no context, and you go. And people really don't usually like that level of communication. Same thing when I tell a story. You either know where I'm coming from or you don't. So I have to try to improve my text style.
Okay, so I was going to call you out on the next episode, but now I'm going to call you out on this episode. So you ready, Jen? Jen's having a rough one.
I'm having a really good day.
So here's the thing. So a couple episodes ago, Jen had said when someone doesn't answer her text, she feels abandoned.
It's true.
She doesn't like it.
True.
I looked at my text messages. Wednesday, 11:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I sent Jen a text. She never responded.
That was a group text and Matty responded.
Yeah, I don't think that counts. I think I should have gotten a thumbs up
no.
or a love.
I think group text, if someone responds, that's...
Because look at your text between the two of
Yeah.
us. When have I ever not given you love?
I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to call the red flag. What's that thing with football? You throw the red flag?
I don't
Does
know.
anyone watch football?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. You do something with the red flag.
I think you're supposed to throw the football in football.
Anyway, the whole point is, I think I'm right.
Did you foul me?
I totally fouled you.
Is that
I
what
took
it's
you out of
called?
the game.
Sure.
I removed you from the game because I think I should have at least gotten a thumbs up for that.
Okay, I disagree, but we can agree to disagree. Maddie responded in a very responsive way and very timely.
Yeah, I don't remember this text at all, but if I responded or Jen responds, it's the same question to both. I think that's...
I just
That
want
counts.
to say I wasn't on this thread.
Eric, what do you think?
About Jen being annoying.
About Jen not responding. What do you think?
I think at risk of alienating myself from you, I think Jen and Matty are kind of right on this. I think if one person responds and it's a sufficient enough response, if one person gives a thumbs up or like a haha or whatever, that you need a little more substantiation than that.
I want the listeners to weigh in. Was Jen right or am I the other Jen right? DM me. Maddie, what's annoying about you?
So many things that it's hard to put them all in one place. But I'll just start with being too pedantic. And I'll also go on to just potentially too argumentative when I'm with certain people, especially.
This is true, Jen.
Ding, 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 ding.
You said to say bad things. I'm saying them.
Okay. All right. I could see that about you. Eric, do you have one?
I think it only makes sense to resort to feedback that you get from people closest to you in your life, which is family,
Your wife?
wife and
What
child.
does Mrs. Steinman find annoying about you?
Well, she's not Mrs. Steinman because she didn't take my name because we live in the 21st century.
Good
but-
for her. I did
yeah.
not take my husband's last name.
Yeah. I think the feedback that I hear from both wife and child most often is that I tend to lecture.
About what?
whatever. Like, I mean, my son is 17 and he's incredibly bright, incredibly smart, and incredibly opinionated. So I'll try to contextualize things for him in a historical way. So if it's something about the election, I'll say, well, in 1980 when Carter was running against Reagan and blah, blah, blah.
Wow,
and like
wow.
you have to put it in this context, and he his eyes glaze over and he's like,
Peanuts voice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. My dad is a big lecturer, and we would call him the preacher because he just wouldn't stop. So that's really interesting. I would not figure that. You actually surprised me. So you guys ready to hear mine?
Yes, please.
Okay, so number 1, I have 3. For a tiny little peanut that I am, I walk like an elephant. I stomp around. And do you guys notice that?
No,
No.
but I know people who do that.
Yeah, I stomp around, and I'm sure when people lived below me, they wanted to murder me. And I don't mean to do it, and I'm trying to be better with that. Eric, you're laughing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who pointed this out to you.
You know what's funny? No one pointed it out to, well, my dad would say it when I was young, but besides that, lately, no one's pointed it out, but I feel like I do it myself. I catch myself being like, and just really stomping. So the number 2 thing that every boyfriend, now husband, has ever noticed about me, I have this weird habit where before I decide whether to wash my clothes or not, but I sniff every single piece of clothing, because if I don't have to wash it and it saves me time, then I won't wash it.
You could make money by having people pay you to do that for you.
And you can videotape it.
That seems totally reasonable.
That is true.
This is your OnlyFans.
This is my OnlyFans page. You're absolutely right. Yeah, but I love to I'll sniff everything.
Yeah.
And it annoys every single boyfriend, now my husband, whole thing. And then the last thing is I have bloodhound senses, especially with my smell. Bloodhound. Like I can sniff out I'm better than any sniffing dog. You smell good today, Eric.
Thank you.
Any sniffing dog, anything. Everyone smells good. And I have this smell in my car that I've been talking about to my husband for months, and he is so sick of hearing about it. We brought it to the auto body shop, the whole thing. We've had them examine it. They can't figure it out. He's like, I cannot listen about this fucking smell one more day. He's like, I cannot handle it. So I know that's annoying about me too.
I think I'm going to invite you over to my house because, well, there's multiple reasons. My wife has a much stronger sense of smell than I do, but there was a few weeks ago that in my kitchen, I was getting like these really strong ammonia whiffs that were just kind of coming up, but they were very random. They were like little phantoms. And it was so weird that I thought, oh, maybe I have like a sinus infection or something, but I can't place where it is. So you could bloodhound all over my kitchen and locate the source of this. Maybe.
I could do that for you.
Okay.
If you're going to pay me, I will do that for you.
I'll cook for you.
Okay. Nice. All right. So we'll have a nice meal with the Steinman / whatever your wife's name is. Lumbinos.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be awesome. All right. So I also want to move on before we end, and I want to hear about the Hudson Valley Pilot and why you love working there.
What I love about it is much similar to what I was saying earlier, is that it really ties me to the community. And I feel like personally, I kind of need that. I think it's really easy for me to feel disconnected. And so doing this sort of constant work and being attuned to what people care about or what people don't know they care about yet makes me feel like I'm part of a community and I'm actually doing a service to the community. And I grew up in big cities, and living in Rhinebeck was my first experience living in a small town. So it sort of recalibrated me to wanting to be a part of a community. I'm not going to lie, it's a lot of work. And there are certain weeks that are much, much harder depending on what we're covering. And certain people take me to task for things. But I think ultimately it's more of a general good than it is not.
You have to be honest with me.
Yeah.
How's Mark First as a boss? Is he a big asshole?
Mark First. Okay, I'll say this. Are we recording?
Mark and I are friends. It's cool.
No, he's not a big asshole to work for, but he and I are different personalities. So
You are.
yeah, so we do clash. With both of us, we're both very passionate about this project, and we both feel like this is for civic good. I mean, I think the fundamentals of why we're doing it are the same. I think the execution and the approach tend to be different. So,
but see, I appreciate that. And I think that's why the Hudson Valley Pilot comes out so well, is because if you have two people just basically sucking each other's dicks every day and
we don't do that. I just want to put for the record that's never happened and it never will.
But if you do, then you're just going to get the same of the same, where it's nice when you're both very different people with very different opinions and personalities. And then that melds into something where you have this great conglomeration of stories and different types of opinions. And I enjoy that. So I know you both, and I think it works.
Thank you. I'm glad it works.
Yeah. And I just want you to tell us quickly about your spring membership drive.
Yeah. I mean, this is something that Mark would probably rather talk about than I would, because I'm more editorial and Mark's more publishing and development. But we are a nonprofit and we're completely community supported. You know, we get a little bit of grant money here and there, but for the most part, everything comes from the community. And at this point, I think it's somewhere about under 20% of our readership is actually supporting us, which is... It's not unusual. I mean, I think NPR has similar numbers and PBS and most public radio. You know, we really rely on readers to acknowledge that they're getting a free service and that we're busting our asses week after week. And so we're doing a spring pledge drive that actually, like, it started later than spring started. It started in May and it's going to go until the end of June.
Oh, great.
And we're trying to raise, it's somewhere around 20,000, which is not a huge amount. And, you know, there are some deep pockets in this town.
Not me, but there really are.
Oh, no, I think you will. You'll cough up. But,
I will definitely donate. That I am doing. Yes.
Yeah, and we're just asking readers to donate what they can. And some of it can be on a monthly basis and some of it could be like a big gift of some sort. And if you could hook us up with some sort of revenue stream, we love that as well. So you could go to the HudsonValleyPilot.com and there is a donate link there. And there's always a donate link in the newsletter, which comes out twice weekly. And I urge people to support the pilot.
Yeah, and I'm going to put that donate link in the show notes so people can do that as well. And you guys, Eric needs a raise. So let's make sure we all get there and support. And I am definitely going to donate. So that is going to
and just
happen.
To be clear, it's more like Eric needs to just get paid on a regular basis. And he needs to be able to pay his writers and his contributors fairly. So like that's what this is for. This is not just for a raise, but I wouldn't refuse it either.
Okay, cool. I love it. So, all right, Eric, what is your sweet of the moment?
I was thinking about this. It's, to be honest with you, plainly honest, I think...
Can I just say something?
Yeah?
You are a lecturer. You really are, because...
Do we have another half hour?
Because every question I've asked you, you're like, but wait a minute. Let me discuss and contextualize the question before. So I find this fascinating.
You seem more charmed by it than annoyed by it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
Okay. To be honest with you, I think it's been hard lately for me to, as some would say, access joy in a real way. So like everything is just about just sort of appreciating the simplicity of it. So right before this, literally, I did the Fiddler's Bridge 5K, which is out in Clinton. And it was a really beautiful morning and I hadn't really trained for it. And a 5K is not a huge thing. It felt really good. And I actually
cool.
My time was good. And
what's your time?
25 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely done better.
Yeah.
But
I can do better.
Yeah. I'm sure you can. Let's go. But considering like I didn't train anything for it.
No, that's good.
Just,
I'm teasing.
Yeah.
Little known fact about me, people are always shocked when I tell them, like, not that I ever tell them, but when it comes up in conversation, that I used to be a big athlete. People are like, you? Really, you? I get that a lot. And I could run under a 6-minute mile in high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm. All county, whole thing. No one would ever guess it, but I was that person.
But it is amazing how fast these kids are.
I know.
Because I've timed some of these kids, like when my kid was on track and field. I think that's exceptional. I'm not taking anything away from you, but I don't think that's highly unusual for a kid to run under a 6-minute mile.
Well, for a woman...
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, for a female.
You deserve all the...
Yeah, I just want some credit here. God damn it. Anyway, what is your sour of the moment?
Well, it's funny because I just... Do we have another half an hour? I went to the village comp plan meeting and there were people... There was a public comment period and this woman got up and started talking about CVS. and what an eyesore it is.
And all the sex toys you can buy in it now?
Yeah. Did you notice that too?
Oh, my husband brings me them home every week. I have just a whole drawer now of sex toys from CVS. It's awesome.
I do want to interview like the product manager of CVS and see like what that memo looked like. But CVS is really, I have like a love-hate relationship with CVS because I do shop there and buy like toilet paper and stuff because I don't want to go to Tops. But it's really ugly. Like the whole building is ugly. It feels ugly inside. It feels like it's the epitome of like a corporation dropping down and giving the community the bare minimum. Just to be clear, I think the employees there are very nice.
Yeah, they're great.
Very accommodating, and they're all kind of unique individuals. But the place looks like garbage.
So is that your sour of the moment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did that sound like my sweet?
I was confused. I knew it was in there. I just
yeah,
sure.
I think CVS is a blight on East Market Street.
Yeah. Okay. So your sour of the moment is CVS looks like shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
But the sex toys are a bonus.
Yeah, I haven't purchased anything, but I get those CVS coupons every week. It's like 25% off. So now, yeah.
25% off a dildo. Nice. Okay. All right. So, Eric, do you have any last words? I'm going to give you a last word at the very end, but any last words about the spring membership drive? I'm just going to tell everyone to donate, and we're going to put everything in the show notes, and that's good.
Yeah, I think it's as simple as that. And I would also encourage people to write in more. I think the more engagement from the community, the better.
And the juicier, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it saucy. Make it juicy.
Yeah.
Okay. To leave feedback on anything I've said today, I'd love to hear it all. Agree with me. Listen, if Eric said anything offensive, please write to him. Whatever you want, call and leave a voicemail at 845-307-7446 or email me at comments@radiofreerhinecliff.org. Follow me on Instagram at Free Spirit Podcasts. This radio show is produced by me, Jennifer C., Matty Rosenberg, and Jen Hammoud at Radio Free Rhinecliff. Until next time, Eric, this is yours. Until next time.
I forgot what I'm supposed to say.
Matty?
We love you, RBK.
No, we're not. No, guys. Everyone's fucking this up today. Okay, I'm just going to do it. Until...
I could do it.
Okay.
Is it We Love You, RBK?
No, fuck
Obviously
no.
not.
I wrote the... Eric, this is an email to you.
Something like that. Jen, do you know what it is?
I gave out points. No, every time you guys...
listening when
I'm
you were doing it.
dead. I make you hold on by great people. I stopped listening.
Every time I say until next time, right? And I give you something to do, right? Until next time, have a happy Mother's Day. Until the next time, blah, blah. So until next time, buy a sex toy at CVS. Eric, how about you? Until next time, what should you tell the listeners to do?
Listen to Radio Free Rhinecliff.
Okay, that's lame, but that's good.
Super
Okay,
lame.
that's good. The next episode will drop on Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. See you in 2 weeks.
Love you, RBK.
Yeah.